And this action is the biggest one of all. We get to number 7 in our next action. The union planned a rally at the Auditorium Theater. The Auditorium Theater seats 4,000 people. I love this place. It is one of our grandest spots in Chicago, built by Louis Sullivan. It is elegant and beautiful, and there's a state of presence. And the teachers at our school, paraprofessionals, nurses, clerks, all of us rented a bus and went down to the auditorium. Now I want to have a side story about this because our leadership planned this so beautifully and it was such a courageous act. I had the pleasure of singing for this event and being on stage. And after we rehearsed, I was holding Christine Maley. We had our arms around each other. She's our recording secretary. And she looks at me and she goes, "Damn, Michelle, I hope they come." Because we had planned, we had activated, but the press is out right in front of us. There's everybody there. And if that auditorium had been half full, you know that they would have said the Chicago Teachers Union's a failure. You know they would have said, they wouldn't have said there were 2,000 people there. They would have said it was half empty at the auditorium. And when I think about our leadership at the Chicago Teachers Union, willing to risk their reputations, willing to risk it all the way through all of this, I think we have to say these are some of the most courageous people in our country. I don't think that that's an overstatement whatsoever. So as we're sitting there, this school filled of professionals who didn't want to be political, remember that? And had never been active in their lives, were sitting on the balcony, listening to every word. And then afterwards, we filter out onto Michigan Avenue. There are 2,000 people in the overfill. Joined us. We stopped rush hour traffic in Chicago. And I must tell you, when you are a young teacher and you see 6,000 other people walking to you and with you, you're ready to go to number 8 on the action scale. It's an experience that fills you, it unites you, it strengthens you, and it gives you power. And so when it got to the point we were at the strike, the teachers were so strong. They were so ready for this. And I could not have been prouder of the people I was working with. The thing that came from this is that the bosses don't understand this point. We are clever. We are determined. And you know what they really underestimate? We love each other. And we love each other with an amazing amount of respect. And the thing that they didn't understand was, we didn't really care about the pay. Mind you, I'm ready to retire. I would like for it to be a nice, solid contract. We care so stinking much of our kids. We're not taking this mess anymore.
That's right.
Absolutely not. And so I'm going to close with some thoughts for us, and I consider this the beginning of a conversation. I want to use me and Gian and CORE National Committee as a resource, as a sounding board, as a place to come to for information. But I was on Lakeshore Drive in Irving Park. My hair is blowing around, the buses are going past, and Associated Press wanted to interview me. It was a half-hour-long interview in the midst of exhaustion. And she says to me at the end, "You know, Michelle, they told me that you were the media person here on this site. Do you speak for the union?" And I looked at her and said, "No, I speak for myself. These words are my own. But through this strike action, the union is speaking for me. And this union spoke for me because we have a social justice framework. We are not in this for ourselves. We are in this for education and for what it stands for and the promise and the hope of it." Now think to yourself, can you say that right now about your local?
No.
Can you say that right now about your national union?
No.
And what I am saying to you right now, make it so. Thank you.